It's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel, and I'm just doing another banger of a video. This is game 3 of 9. I'm against another Kinemon. Last round I did lose a round, but as you may know, I did okay in this tournament, so I'm just going over this with my opponent. He's from Toronto, and he mulligans, and I believe I also decide to mulligan. He did win the dice roll, and he chose to go second. It's really interesting. He puts his life out before he decides on that. But that's fine. That's fine. We're just going over quick mulligan steps. Use this time to just talk about what's going on. I guess I have 9 games total, but I'm trying to put this out a little bit. But at least you just get to hear my wonderful voice. I'm actually recording this in the morning, so see how this goes. I use this die to determine how you would cut it, right? Like what's the bottom stack, what's the next one, what's the next one. Just don't worry about it. If you want to, you can watch the YouTube VOD and we can go from there. But we both mulligan. I am forced to go first. Oh, woe is me. And I believe I'm just waiting for something. Yep, no, I just think here, the only thing I can do is place the law. So I place the law and pass turn. I'm trying to remember what I had in my hand at the time. I probably had a 3-cost Doflamingo, but we'll see how that goes. So he places a beige Capone. And I YOLO swing. I get a Jinbei. That's really good. So I actually blind swung because I didn't even have the 3 costs in hand. So it was not a great hand, but I'm not sure how good his hand was either. He also mulliganed. So blind swing at that Jinbei. That's worth it if you have nothing else to do. And so that's probably all what it was. I had nothing else to do. So he uses Kinemon skill. He places Yamato. He does my blocker. He's gonna swing at my blocker. He's really swinging the Capone at it. That'd be hot, right? Places that and passes turn, and then I go at 5 dawn. I'm on the edge of my seat now with what I'm gonna do. I probably place the Gecko Moria did flash in my hand, so I swing 5k this Treasure Cup Jinbei. He's gonna just use the Bonnie. I'm not sure about that play, but you know, it is what it is. I swing 5k at him as well. I pay 4 for that, and then I'll pick that up, and I'll choose a law that happens to be in my hand, and play that as well. So, building up my board, with blockers, and dealing, and he's also blocking. So I think he should take the damages personally, and then also keep the Bonnies. But you know, I don't know what he's looking for, and I have to keep in mind that I just faced a Kinemon last round, and I have to actually think about the kid, so I don't need to like ultimately pressure him. But he swings 5. He understands that skill. I bottom deck that. You know, people do ask what does that Treasure Cup Jinbei do all the time, and it's more than 5. I tell them every single time as soon as I place it what it does. Swing 6 my leader. I am definitely taking this. And then he pays 1. Oh no, pays 2 for the killer. And pays 1 for the other blocker. And now he only has 4 in hand. His hand could be like a little bit bigger. He probably have 3 more cards in hand if he didn't guard that first attack. So I finally top deck a Perona, or at least I top damaged it. I probably top decked it. And now I'm just cheating. I'm actually stacking the deck. Not actually cheating, just stacking the deck. And then I'm just taking over my turn. And I know I want to swing. Maybe I need to swing big because I might as well swing big. Yeah, I'd probably swing 8 at the Yamato, so he has to give me something. Probably next, in hindsight, I should swing 7. I play the Partham Akuma. He blocks with this, drawing a card. Then I swing 7 at the Yamato, so he has to either block. I'm trying to get his hand down, so he blocks that. Yeah, and he at the time you may not hear this, but he's over explaining, like, oh, well, not exactly over explaining. He's like, oh yeah, because this is this, it's a blocker. I'm like, yep, sounds good. Sounds completely fair. Okay. He's just really thinking about his turn. He's at a 8 Dawn turn, and I'm sure he activated his Kinemon skill. If not, yeah, I'd respect it. So swings 5. I discard a 1K. He swings 6. I'm not sure if he's swinging at Gecko Moria. Probably is. I'd probably take a swing to the face right now. Does that. Has 1 Dawn left over, and pays 1 to play the beige Capone, and we're all set now. I'm at 9 Dawn. That's kind of like an obvious tell of what's to come. I put my my blocker was in my Dawn there, so I probably just need to start swinging at his life now. So I swing 5 over there. Okay, and I swing 5 again. And I'm thinking, do I swing 5? Yeah, I might as well, because if he'll just rest it regardless, so don't give him a reason to rest anything. Pay 9, bottom deck the Amato. Now he's stuck with only this, 3 life, all these cards. So my field is looking really healthy. You can definitely clear my field out. However, I would have a Pacifista, I hope, in my hand. And that would put a lot of pressure on him. So Kuma Pacifista, super good. Super good. So he has a 10 Dawn turn. So he's thinking his turn, what is he doing? I'm thinking he's going to place another Odin down. That's my thought process. He's going to place another Odin down and then swing with Odin twice and pass turn, because you'd want to set up to kill my Mihawk on the next turn. That's my thought process here. He swings 5. He's probably swinging it like at my Kuma. So I give him a 1K counter. I'd probably take it if it was my life, just because I want to draw a card. Regardless, if it was at my life, I'd do guard once, because I have that 4 cards in hand, right? So he's thinking, taking his long time to think. He has a separated 7 and 3, so I'm thinking, yeah, he stands it, and then that's it. And also, just so you know, I'm like looking down a lot in these games, because I do see my opponent's hand like all the time, and I look down, and I usually tell my opponent in the middle of the game, like, hey, I only saw this card, but I could see your hand sometimes. And some opponents is even worse, because I honestly should be taking advantage of that, but whatever. So he plays the kid, and I'm like, okay, well, this isn't that bad. He only has 1 blocker, and being a killer, which is draw him a card, and he'll have 3 cards in hand to guard. So I just need to swing at it so he just can't guard it. And so the best way to do that is just throw everything on my leader, and then throw a little bit on Mihawk to make sure that guarantees the kill, unless he lucks out. But I assume one of his cards has to be no counter. That's kind of a problem with green these days, that there's so many cards in the deck that have 0 counter. So I throw 6, makes 5. So I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah. I had 6 on that bad boy, paying 1, so 11. Calling the Bartholomew Kuma over there. He blocks to draw a card, and then I swing a big 12, right? I wanted to only swing 10, but I'd need that to die this turn. So I think I pass turn. I want this Kuma to stay standing. So he has to play rest my unit, and so he has less Dawn to just kill my Mihawk with. And, I wanted to keep 2 Dawn active to keep his love mellow so my Mihawk doesn't die, but unfortunately, he just commits everything to kill my Mihawks. But I think I use a lot of counter from my hand to guard out 1 attack, so he's forced to at least use the last 3 Dawn. So he's not able to really clear out anything else. So this is a battle for the ages, essentially. So the Mihawk dies. Actually, I guess I didn't counter out. I just took it. Okay, because I couldn't. Because I could not. I couldn't if I wanted to. Maybe my hand was kind of rough. So swings 5. He has 3 active, and he's taking on his next move. He's going to pay 3 just to stand it, and he probably wants he needs to eat my board starting soon. And he's sticking for a long time if he wants to swing at it, or if he just passes turn. Yep, and then I play Pacifista. I obviously at least have one, right? If I have two, that'd be the nuts. But I draw this, play a Perona. Top 5 cards of the deck. And I'm really thinking, man, I'm gonna have to use skill. Do I want a Mihawk here? I bet you I probably don't even see a Mihawk in this top 5, if I remember right. So looking at that, yep, tapping like, yep, this is my boy. And I believe this time I'm thinking I need to get rid of this Odin because my field's about to disappear. So this is actually kind of a grind, this game. And so I go ahead and touch just like 7. I attach 6, swing 11 at Odin, paying 1, revealing this, and I'm gonna grab, I guess the only good card is a blocker. So I grab a 1-cost blocker. Got it. So he just takes it, draws out the Kiku. You know, you can do Izo, so like it would rest like my blocker or something. That'd be so obnoxious. But I guess arresting my like other attacker, it's not a bad idea, but Kiku's probably better in the long run. So I am just thinking, do I swing? Do I not swing? I swing my blocker first. And he uses the X-Drake, though that tells me a lot, right? So no reason not to swing my blocker because he's going to rest it anyway. So I have 2 active done. For a Love Mellow, I probably have like 4 cards in hand. Oh, sweet. Now we got Twitch chat also coming in with some commentary. So he swings 5, probably at my Gecko. Swing 6. I probably do this and draw 1 card as well. And, I don't remember him swinging with his leader. Maybe I counted out of that. I don't remember. So he does this, picks up the Akiku and puts it down. And now I'm thinking to myself, well, my hand's pretty limited. My board's limited. I need to just start swinging for 5s and for game. So, and I actually make a mistake here, but he doesn't capitalize on it. I think I swing 5 first at him, and he decides to counter out of it instead of blocking it with the law. But maybe that's like a big brain play, so I can deal with him the next turn and win. So I just commit as much as I can here. He can't kill me the next turn, like based off of how many attacks he has. So if I'm able to attack for weenies, and then I'll be fine. So he blocks, he counters the Bomanosuke. Oh, I swing for 6 now because I'm like, well, I don't want to do the law stuff. I don't want him to, I need Law to die if he's going to, win here. So I think a long time on this turn, like a very long time. It always it changed every single time he did something. So I'm thinking if I need to swing big and big, like can I win here? But it's just not enough Dawn, so to guarantee a win. So I decided to swing just for 6. So he takes it, and then I think to myself, well, I have 8 Dawn left. I'm sure I want to place a card right now. I think I had that 1-cost law and like a 4-cost blocker maybe, so he can't like rest 2 cards at once. But my field is just too wide for him to deal with, so It kid now would be really good. Look at that. The chat's going to attack with Perona. Attack with Perona. So I'm definitely overthinking this turn quite a bit. It's definitely, can I go for lethal here? Can I go for, I don't think I can. Like I just attack 6 and 6 and hope for the best. So instead of doing that, I'm like, well, I can play my law blocker. So he has to commit 1/2 Kiku, and I'll just throw as much as I can on here so he can't. I don't want him to block and counter out, because that would give him another attack. So I swing with massive nuts with my Perona. And he obviously blocks, and then I play that. And we go from there. So he goes with his turn. Obviously, the Ukiku could just rest my blocker, but he's not killing me this turn regardless. So resting that, swinging 7. I probably just take this. I discard it because whatever. He might be attacking my characters as well. And he just scoops. Yeah, he's like, I can't win. Or maybe, oh, he's waiting for lead probably. Yeah. Like, I can't win. I only have 4 attacks. I have to assume you have no counter. So do this, and that's a solid GG's. That's now 2 wins, 1 loss in this tournament. See if I can do another video soon, but I'll start posting them everywhere, and you'll probably see all these things go through. But yeah, hey, thank you so much for watching again. You all have a great rest of your day, and talk with you soon. Peace.